Good evening, class. My name is Mitchell Wells. Before I begin my persuasive speech, I would like to introduce my audience.
Yo.
Pairs. Did you know that the state of Colorado generated an additional $19 million in the month of May? In fact, the governor of Colorado predicts an additional $134 million extra revenue next year alone. This entire revenue addition can be largely attributed to the legalization of marijuana in the state. During my persuasive speech, I will present the most formidable arguments that marijuana should be legalized at the federal level. A quick disclaimer for my audience though. I am a criminal justice major at North Carolina Central, and I do not condone the selling, distribution, or usage of marijuana. In fact, upon graduation, I am seeking to become an educator, and I would not want the children that I am mentoring to become involved in any illegal drugs. This additional state revenue in Colorado has actually been used for public school infrastructure additions. Imagine at a national level if marijuana was legalized, all the money that could be generated and put right back into the schools and the education. The largest issue, however, that I believe marijuana should be legalized federally is to create a more ethical and efficient government and criminal justice system. Currently in the United States, alcohol and tobacco are both legal and can be purchased by people at the age of 21 and 18, respectively. Numerous studies have shown that alcohol and tobacco both present more long-term health destructive habits than does marijuana. In fact, alcohol is typically related and considered a root source of domestic violence and child abuse. Moreover, studies have shown that alcohol contributes to more DUIs and traffic fatalities. As a criminal justice major at North Carolina Central, I have spent 4 years discussing the role of law enforcement officers in this country. The legalization of marijuana at a federal level would do numerous things for the criminal justice system. Primarily, it would save the taxpayers money, but it would also allow for more effective police work. In Colorado, in the study discussed earlier in this speech, crime rates were reduced by 50% upon the legalization of marijuana. This is because law enforcement officers were allowed to focus their efforts on more heinous crimes such as murder, sexual assault, and child maltreatment, and did not have to worry about crimes like petty possession. This also saves the taxpayer money. Another key reason as it pertains to the criminal justice system that marijuana should be legalized is because it reduces prison overcrowding. Many people, largely African American teens, have been targeted in the war on drugs. Legalizing marijuana would reduce prison overcrowding and also cut down on the racial disparities that exist within the criminal justice system. Now, although I am completely supportive of the effort to federally legalize marijuana, I also understand the other side of the argument. Many people argue that if marijuana is legalized and it produces the millions or perhaps even $1 billion that is suggested, that people will also advocate for other drugs being legalized. I, for one, understand this argument, but I do not think that the American public would actually advocate for drugs like heroin and crystal meth to be legalized, no matter how much revenue it would generate. My call to the audience is simple. Contact your local government representative and lobby for the federal legalization of marijuana. Doing this would create a more ethical criminal justice system, a more effective and efficient economy, and it would also provide us with money to invest back into the educational system and develop the children of our future. Thank you so much for your time and for listening. I would also like to take this time now to ask my audience if they would have any questions. Thank you so much for your time, and as always, any constructive feedback would be more than appreciated. Thank you for your time.